The Republican Party, once self-proclaimed champions of liberty, has devolved into the party of no, you can't, I won't let you, and vote for me or else. Far from being defenders of freedom, Republicans have become its antithesis, a hopeless, cynical force, uninterested in moral progress and driven by vengeance and indignation. In Georgia, Texas, and Florida, GOP laws tighten voting ID requirements, limit drop boxes, and reduce early voting, disproportionately affecting minority and low-income voters. Following the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade, GOP-led states like Texas, Alabama, and Mississippi enacted trigger laws that banned or severely restricted abortion access, removing the right to choose for millions of women. In North Carolina and Wisconsin, GOP-controlled legislatures have drawn heavily gerrymandered district maps, diluting the voting power of minority communities and skewing political representation. Florida's Don't Say Gay law restricts discussions of sexual orientation and gender identity in schools. Meanwhile, states like Arkansas and Tennessee have successfully restricted transgender youth's access to gender-affirming and other health care. Texas's HB 3979 restricts how teachers discuss current events and America's history of racism, limiting students' exposure to diverse perspectives and critical historical analysis. Despite claiming to advocate for free speech, GOP-led initiatives in Florida target educational content related to race and gender, with measures that could penalize teachers for discussing these topics. In Texas and Florida, significant efforts to ban books in schools, particularly those addressing race, racism, and LGBTQ+ themes, are driven by new Republican-backed laws and organized campaigns. The GOP's opposition to expanding Medicaid in states like Texas and Florida has left millions without affordable health care. Resistance to raising the federal minimum wage limits economic mobility for low-income workers. Moreover, recent proposals by Republican lawmakers to cut SNAP benefits and restrict access threaten to push more Americans into food insecurity. The GOP is systematically restricting freedoms by limiting voting access, banning abortion, curtailing LGBTQ+ rights, censoring education, opposing Medicaid expansion, resisting minimum wage increases, gerrymandering voting districts, and banning books. The Republican Party is not the party of freedom. They are the party of division, hate, regression, restraint, and harm.